Yo, what's going on, Sabers, and welcome back to our Ottawa Senators Franchise Mode. So we're up here at the beginning of year number 2 at the beginning of the preseason. So I did already do the calling up of the youngsters that we drafted and let them play for this preseason. So we got Arthur Kaliev, he's going to play with Colin White and Brady Tkachuk on the second line. Defensively, we have our prospects that we drafted, I think both first rounders. No, Antoni Honka was this early second round pick. Hopefully he ends up panning out because I know I've seen him play at least some games and playing decently in my Detroit offline GM mode. And then we got Tommy Rask, who we drafted with our 27th overall pick, who's not a real player, I don't think. So we got a right-handed shot and a left-handed shot. Hopefully these both like pan out to being like medium top 4 guys, because if they do, maybe we have a nice future like Finnish pairing or something. So that is the youngsters that are going to be playing in the preseason, because we don't really have any other prospects that I wanted to sign at the moment. I am probably going to be calling up Logan Brown at the start of the season and putting like Pyatt as our depth guy or something, because I would rather play Logan Brown considering he looks like he's listed as a fourth liner, but he might not be. I have no idea. It's kind of interesting with him. So let's get this preseason done and see how those youngsters are. Hopefully they're at least like in their 60s, and then they could play in they will be playing in the AHL no matter what this year, because both of them I think were from the SM Liga, so they're both AHL eligible. So let's go through the preseason, see what happens. Hopefully Rask is a decent player, and if Antoni Honka is actually really good too, that would be nice. It doesn't really matter how we do in this preseason, but as long as those youngsters are decent, because we could get rid of like people like Cody Ceci eventually and whatnot. So okay, so last game in the preseason. And okay, so we went 3-4-0 in the preseason. Let's just take a look at the player stats before we see how good the guys are. See how good those youngsters did. So Kaliev, how much points did he put up? He had 2 goals in 7 games and was a -1, so that's not too bad. Rask had 2 goals as well, so he might be more of a two-way defenseman, which is nice. And Honka had 1 assist. Okay, so not too bad. They managed to put up some points. Shows that they could actually play in the NHL level. Let's now take a look at where I was gonna go. Oh yeah, see what overalls they were, and then I'm gonna edit the lines, and then we're gonna go back to looking at the draft class and stuff like that. Just take a little bit of a slow start to this. So Kaliev is a 61 overall, medium top 6 forward, so that's not a bad pick at all. That one came from the Nashville Predators, so he could, yeah, that's a pretty decent pick because we don't have really much right wing prospects. So I like that, but he's going to have to go down to the minors. And then Rask is a 63 overall, so that's actually pretty good as well. He could definitely play in the AHL. And Honka is a 56, it's looking like. So he's going to take a bit more time to grow, but Rask is pretty decent. Okay, so let me now edit lines, guys, and I'll see you guys back up here at the start of the year 2 season. Okay, guys, so our lines have been set. So we got Gord with the Zingle and Stone, Ryan with White and Bodker. Tkachuk is going to play on the third line alongside of Zach Smith and Colin Sissons. And then fourth line, we got Clark MacArthur with Logan Brown and Barclay Goodrow. Defensively, we got Chabot and Ceci, Ruda and Ouellette, and then Borowiecki and Weidman. And then goaltending-wise, we got Anderson and Condon. And our only depth guy at the moment is Tom Pyatt. So, well, the good thing is I think he has good defensive stats. Yeah, so he could probably play depth defender, without, if for some reason he does play bad in defense, it doesn't matter because we could tank for a good pick. AHL-wise, Chalapik's playing first-line center. Hopefully he gets some good growth. Pajot is somebody that I would be looking to flip, but he is on the last year of his contract, so I don't think we're going to be able to get much for him. Also, some of our other prospects are playing. So Paul Boll, who we drafted in the 5th round, he's going to be playing on the 4th line at looking like a 58 overall. Defensively, Honka and Rask are right here. And then I think that's it, yeah. Oh wait, shit. Why is Calfoot scratched? I had Calfoot in the lineup at one point. So I will scratch Ben Harper because Ben Harper is probably not going to be really much of anything. Or I could actually call him up. Yeah, I should call him up as a depth defenseman or something. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Call up Ben Harper. And then we're just going to take a look at the draft class, and then we'll start up the season simulation. Just because we got to do our due diligence first, because this is the stuff that matters more. So there you go. So Ben Harper will play as our depth defenseman. So let's take a look at the draft class and make sure we have enough scouts first, and then we will start up the season. So looking like Dmitry Plekhanov might be going first before Alexis Lafreniere, which is kind of interesting. There's also Vesa Hakkarainen. Do these guys have any comparison yet? No, not yet. We do know this guy's a medium elite though. Kirill Kovalev. Okay. Let's see how his stats look like. He looks like a Theo Fleury. Interesting. So he's not that physical. Well, he is, but he's not that like strengthy. Okay, wait, who is this? Jude Thornton. I thought it was another Joe Thornton. I'm like, damn. Okay, so yeah, that's that. We'll check back every month. We're gonna probably just go up to like January 1st or so again. So yeah, I think we're ready to start up the year 2 season. Hopefully it is like kind of a year where we just like have a horrible season, and then we could kind of like get like kind of used to not being a good team for a while, and then kind of get some good picks, and then we could build up from there. Like if we could get a couple top 5 picks like in back-to-back seasons or something, then we could probably build up this team to being really good, because we'll get some nice elite youngsters. And already Chalapik has been injured. Let's just go replace player. What the heck? Already Craig Anderson's gotten injured. Damn, that's not a good start. Let me edit the lines, guys, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, there you go. So we called up Marcus Hogberg, who's not going to be much of anything anyways. But still, that was a pretty quick start to the season for Craig Anderson to get injured. And we have been shut out in back-to-back games, and Anderson is back, which means I'm going to have to send down Hogberg again. But thank you, Hogberg, if you did play any games, because you probably lost. And yeah, the computer signed us Zimmerman just as a depth goalie if we call up another goalie again. So let's send back down Hogberg. He's going to go through waivers, but he's probably not going to be claimed. Yep, he was not claimed, because he's got, for some reason, like a medium AHL starter potential, which I kind of agree with now, because he's kind of being more of a bust, but he used to have actually decent potential. So there you go. Let's see if we could actually score a goal, because we have not scored goals in 2 games. There you go. There's goals, but we're still allowing 4 goals a game. Brady Tkachuk is back, but he was already in the lineup. Chalapik is back for the AHL. Hopefully there's not a lot of injuries this year, because this is going to take a long time to get just to January 1st. So there you go. Chalapik is in the lineup again. He's up to a 76, so he should be getting ready for next season. And Jan Root has been injured with a mild concussion. Let's just put replace player, and that should put in Ben Harper. Central Scouting has released some rankings already. Let's just take a look quickly if they've done anything different. No, they haven't. But yeah, Lafreniere is supposed to go number 2 right now, which is kind of interesting. So if Lafreniere does go to like 2nd overall, we might have a chance at him, because if for some reason we don't get 1st, we have maybe a 2nd overall pick. Or with 3rd, we could get somebody else that's pretty good. Brady Tkachuk has been injured with injured ribs. Let's just go replace player. That will put in Tom Pyatt. Somehow we beat the Oilers 7-5. I don't know how that's possible with our lineup, but okay. And holy crap, what is with these injuries? There's been a lot just to start off the season. Multiple players on Ottawa are eligible to be dressed. Okay, so Tom Pyatt, you're getting out of the lineup then. Yep, Brady Tkachuk is back. And I still forgot to change his thing from grinder to like a power forward. I'm going to have to do that for next episode or something. Defensively, Ben Harper, you're out of the lineup. And Ouellette is back in. There you go. But yeah, I don't know how we won 7-5 against the Oilers. But we are 3-7-1 in our first 11 games. Mark Stone's still playing great, 10 points in 11 games. I only signed him again for 1 more year, so it might be one of his last years here. Let's just save this quickly because I know franchise mode sometimes freezes. There you go. Okay, so yeah, let's just continue simulating. We're gonna sim, I think, all the way to January 1st, and then we'll check like the draft stuff, and we'll see where we're sitting, and then maybe we'll unload some guys in next episode or something. Because if we unload some of our big players, then we could play some of our youngsters, and then this team will be even more like horrible, and then we could just probably tank for number 1. Because I would love to get the first overall pick this year, considering Lafreniere is available, and whoever that other guy is. I think Lafreniere is usually better, obviously, though, because in real life he's a really good prospect. So Colton Sisson's been injured with a concussion. Let's just go replace player again. Somehow we beat the Kings 5-2. Yeah, this team is playing like shit, which is great. And oh my god, Craig Anderson, this guy is like a broken old man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to call up Hogberg again. So let me add to the lines, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so there you go, guys. Hogberg is in the net. He's now up to 69, so I don't know why he's growing. But anyways, we're getting some more losses, which is great. Hopefully we have like one of the worst seasons in Sens history. That would be nice. So youngster that we drafted, Tommy Rask, has been injured with a sore foot. Let's just go replace player. We know that he's playing with Antoni Honka, so we beat the Buffalo Sabres somehow, and Craig Anderson is back already. Thank you, Craig, for coming back. But damn, this guy's like a broken old man. Hopefully he retires this year, because I don't really want him in net next year. Well, I'm not going to re-sign him because I think he's on the last year of his contract anyways. Let's just send down Hogberg, and he'll play backup or starter to Gustafsson, who's also up to a 69 last I checked. Hopefully he grows good because we need him for our future. So there you go. Gustafsson went back down to a 67. So there you go. Game against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then we have one against the Flyers, and then that'll be the end of November. God damn, and Cal Foote has been injured. That's like the top 6 pairing player. And I have seen Cal Foote actually make the NHL in this, so I think he was a pretty decent trade acquisition. So we are 5-19-1 at December 1st. That is great. We might have to unload like Mark Stone at the trade deadline this year or something to continue this bad trend. So let's save this again quickly. Okay, and yeah, let's take a look at player stats again so far. Or what? Yeah, no, actually not player stats yet. Let's take a look at the draft class again, see if we found any gems and stuff. So Plekhanov is medium elite as well. How's he looking now? He's got 4 A+ stats. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Comparison to Owen Nolan, his only weakness is his reach. Lafreniere's got only 2 A+, so this guy actually might be better than Lafreniere. Dmitry Plekhanov, and it's something we need to, a right winger, so this guy could be like the next Mark Stone, because he's a power forward as well. Yeah, that would be a nice one to get if we could get like first overall. So we're gonna pin him, because I feel like we could get top pick this year, and there is no gems yet, which kind of sucks, but okay. So let's go another month, and then we will probably check players and whatnot and see where we are sitting in the league, which should be dead last because we are off to a horrible start. Hopefully we don't have that like really good second half of the season. There's one win against Tampa Bay. How do we beat one of the best teams in this game? That makes no sense whatsoever. Multiple players are eligible to be dressed in Belleville. So who was the ones that were? I don't think Selleck was playing, right? No, he was. Was there any forward injuries? I don't think there was, but no, there was no forward injuries. It was just defensemen. So England, you're getting out of the lineup again, and in is coming Tommy Rask. We got to keep our eye on these youngsters and see how they're playing. Hopefully they get some good growth. And Seeloff, are you in the lineup? No, I don't think so. So that means, who is it? Oh, maybe he's not back. Cal Foote might not be back in the lineup. Okay. So there you go. And Bergman's up to a 77 apparently. So he might actually be able to play top 6 role next year. Because I don't think our defense is going to get much better at the moment. And are you kidding me, Craig Anderson? He's been injured 3 times this season. And this one's only for like a week. Let me into the lines, guys, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, there you go, guys. So Hogberg's back in there. This broken old man is so annoying, though, and Craig Anderson. He's been injured 3 times already this season. Like, he just wants to add more time to this video or something. So Sissons is back from his injury. We're going to put him right there again. Game against the Nashville Predators. We lose. Good. We don't even have 10 wins yet, which is pretty awesome. But I don't even know how we beat Tampa Bay that one time. Craig Anderson is back. I almost feel like keeping Hogberg up here as just a depth goalie. Because he's not going to be anything anyways. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave Hogberg as our depth goalie. And I'm going to send him down to the AHL when the season ends or something. So Jan Ruda is back. Was he still injured? I don't remember if he was. No, he didn't miss anything. But he's not liking his ice time. But I'm fine with people not liking their ice time because those guys aren't long-term players anyways. And it should drag down the performance of our team. Borowiecki's been injured till Christmas. Okay. Somehow we scored 6 goals on the Flames. Logan Brown has been injured. God damn it. Logan Brown, don't get injured on me. Borowiecki is back. So Borowiecki goes back right here where Ben Harper is. There you go. Yeah, a lot of these guys are probably going to be players that just get flipped in the next few years or get released or whatever. Because I would like to kind of grow this team around players like Thomas Chabot and whatnot. And Bergman has broken his leg, so he's out for like 3 months. So that's not good for the AHL club. Logan Brown is back from his injury. So Tom Pyatt, you got to get out of there. Yeah, this team's not playing great at all. Logan Brown's up to an 80 overall, so he is growing. Zach Smith, Zach Smith could play right wing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then Colton Sissons are gonna play 4th line center instead, because we got to give Logan Brown his ice time. Cal Foote is back for the AHL club. I'm sorry if this episode is just literally a lot of micromanaging. It's just because that's what happens when Craig Anderson decides to get injured 3 times and all these other players get injured. Game against the Minnesota Wild is another loss. So we are 9-28-2 at January the 1st. So I think we're going to get close to ending the episode here. I just need to... We're going to go through our player stats and the draft class stuff and whatnot. And then you guys could let me know all the stuff, like if we should trade anybody like Mark Stone or whoever has 1 year left to like a team that needs a player like that right now. So let's go to view draft class. We're also going to check the trading block and whatnot. So draft eligible. So yeah, Plekhanov still I think would be a really good fit for this team, just being a right winger, and he could shoot right as well. But Lafreniere is also obviously a good second player if we do get 2nd overall. Hakkarainen wouldn't be that bad either, because then we get a top center of the future. I know Colin White's pretty good, but Hakkarainen could be better. Kovalev also could fit our needs, being a right winger. Who else is supposed to go in this late rounders? Lalime, huh. It would be cool to bring in a Lalime, because obviously Patrick Lalime played with the Sens so many years ago. Okay, any gems? 1 gem, and his name is Harvey Booze. He's supposed to go in looking like a medium elite, but he's probably not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to be like a medium top 6 forward, but he's supposed to go in I think that's the 3rd round. We'll pin him just in case. With a name like that, that's pretty nice. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we will check the trading block, and then we'll check our player stats, and then that'll be it for this episode. You guys could let me know any trades I should do. So Josh Manson, Jacob Silverberg, Josh Georges, Brendan Perlini, Nick Jarmelson, Alex Goligoski, Ryan Donato's on the block. That's not too bad. His potential is looking like a medium top 9, but he's still young and he's not making that much salary. Actually, he's currently an RFA. Huh. Okay. So we could trade for his rights. And then we could get rid of somebody like Pyatt. Okay, so Adam McQuaid for Buffalo, Anton Strawman, and Matt Hunwick. Calgary's got James Neal, Michael Frolik, and Oscar Lindbergh up. Justin Williams, Calvin DeHaan, and Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Brent Seabrook, Sokolov. I think this guy was... Yeah, he was drafted by the Minnesota Wild, but I think he was part of a trade recently, like last season. Suzuki, medium elite. I don't think he is medium elite. I think he's like medium top 6, but still a pretty good player. And Cousins, who I think went up, 7th overall. That wouldn't be a bad player to trade for either, considering he's a right winger. But still, we don't want to make trades with Colorado because it never ends well. Abramov and Carlson, Ty Dellandrea, Green, DeKaiser, Daly, a lot of old guys. Tobias Reeder, Jujhar Khaira, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Chris Russell, Keith Yandel, Cody Franzen, Jamie McGinn, Forbert, and Iafallo. Iafallo is not bad either. Decent bottom 6 player. Barabo, Ryan Miller, Keith Kincaid, Robin Leonard. So there is decent amount of stuff. Johnson and Clayson, Jordy Ben, Weber, and Irwin. It's just a lot of older guys though. Nilsson, Raffle, McDonald, Oland, not that much potential. Vlasic and Braun. Schmaltz is a pretty good player. That wouldn't be a bad player to trade for, but I don't know what his trade value is, so we'd have to scout him out first before making a trade, but that's still a decent player, 26 years of age, but he's currently an RFA as well. Taylor Radish, okay. Andre Pavlik, who actually recently retired in real life. Anders Lee, Louis Eriksson, and Sam Gagner. Walleye Walterholm, wasn't he drafted by Arizona though? Yeah, he was. Must have been part of a trade in this. Nick Hague. Chandler Stevenson's not a bad bottom 6 guy either. Kristen Tajuz is not a bad defenseman, but he's also an RFA. And same with Andre Burakovsky. Now that would be an interesting player as well. He's an RFA as well. These 3 guys are all 3 of them are RFAs. Burakovsky could be a good player for the future, being only 24. But I don't know what we give up for something like that, because he's probably got... he doesn't have that much trade value. And then Christian Vesalainen. So if you guys see any trades that we should do, let me know down below, because I will maybe do one of those. And yeah, final thing, let's take a look at the player stats for this season so far here up at January 1st. We're almost halfway through the season. So Colin White with 26 points in 39 games in his 2nd season. That's great. Yeah, I think this is technically his 2nd season or 3rd season. Mark Stone, 24 points. Bodker, 22. Bobby Ryan, 19 points. Yanni Gord's only got 17 points, but he's still helping us out, so that's nice. Tkachuk's got 12 points. Logan Brown has 8 points. Okay. Not too bad. How about goalies? How bad is Craig Anderson and Condon playing? Both of them only have 4 wins, and both of them have ridiculously bad goals against averages. And wow, okay, Hogberg, who we called up, had 1 game played, and he actually got a win. So Hogberg is turning out to be better than Condon and Anderson. Okay, so let's now check the AHL quickly, so we can check those prospects that we drafted and whatnot. So Philip Chlapik though currently has 27 points. Who else was there? Bergman's got 10 points, but he's out with a broken leg for quite a while. He could be a top 6 defenseman next year. Cernak's got 10 points. He is a minor top 2 at the moment. He was part of our Tampa Bay trade with Erik Karlsson and whatnot. Rask is still at 63, but he's got 9 points in 30 games. Not too bad, considering for his size. You think he would be more of a defensive defenseman? Wallin 9 points. Batherson 7 points. Honka's got 6 points. Honka's got 6 points, and he's up to 859, so he is growing, which is great. And goaltending, how is Gustafsson playing? He's 8-7-0 with 1 shutout. Not too bad. Still should be improved upon. That Zimmerman guy that the computer signed us, playing pretty good for an AHLer. Okay, so that is going to do it, guys, for this episode of our Sens franchise mode. So in next episode, maybe we'll make a couple trades to kind of like help out some other team that's in the playoffs and kind of unload some salary cap for the off season. Maybe we could find some good players to make like future trades for. So like we get players like Burakovsky that could help us out maybe in the long run, or we just keep playing along and let those guys walk in free agency, and then we could maybe get like a top pick at the draft. That would be nice, because that one guy, we could use him definitely being a right winger. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.